after a few just like informative, out of a goodwill videos, 3 people out of my recommendation and out of my advice and liberation about a camera I really like and love, they bought the camera. And I'm so happy to say thank you so much, guys, for trusting me as a person who just put a video there to make it a bit informative than other people around. And you can read them yourself. I have nothing to hide. You can see them in the comments saying after I watched the videos I bought the SL, and there's another person also said that, and I also got an email from this person that I still would love to know who is he, because I'm eager to know, because he just messaged me from my website, and when you message from the website, you only can put your information, whatever you need, right? Like it's a form. So he just said, out of your recommendation and your passion, I see how you talked about the brand and I really want to buy it. I bought 2 lenses and I can't wait to meet you. And that's pretty much about it, the whole email. In summary. So please, if you watch this video, message me, because I just want to thank you and know who are you, because it get me curious. Anyways, this is the video number 2, as part 2, probably it's only like the last part, about the Ambassdor talk, especially when it comes to cameras. So you can see the other video made a bit of like a buzz, because some people started messaging me about it, and they told me, should we trust Ambassdors, or should we, because they have a lot of gear and expensive gear, and some of us, we cannot afford it. Like these people like messaging me out of the blue just to say these people have very expensive things, and for example, like, can I afford it as well, like the way they're doing all these amazing work, and I afford these equipments? Listen, to all these people like watching these Ambassdor reviews and all these things, and when I talked also about it in my last video, what is really the job of the Ambassdor in this case, let's go through it in a more details, and especially in this clip, because I don't think I'm gonna make part 3, but it's nice to continue and catch up with different thoughts and the continuation of our talk in the previous one. You can just watch it, of course, and you can watch this one, or vice versa. So you can see that, listen, the Ambassdor is representing the company, right? And when he's representing the company, he needs to be like, their kind of eye in the field. What's going on? What do we need? What's trend? What's not? And when the camera company makes a new camera, they would like to give it to the Ambassdor to try it. And I have my points against and with when they do these things, but let's continue on with the overall view. And they say that, okay, you represent us, maybe we'll do academy workshops, we would like you to be there to teach these people because you are into the field and you know the camera very well, or we'd like to give you like a nice speech about your gallery that you made out of our cameras, all these things, or what can you do? So for me, let's go through some points. When a camera company actually make a brand new camera and they give it to their Ambassdors with no labels and everything for them to try it in a field to see what can they fix afterwards, I don't think that's a really wow idea, because to be honest, if these people wanted to improve or wanted to put a camera out there for really professional people to use / people to get into the photography field, I think they need to bring the real professional people in set. And I'm not saying the whole country. I'm saying few guys, few girls are really working in photography, hardly heavily working in photography, day and night. They own a store, they own a business, they own a it's continuation, not a hobby, not passionate. You can see today everybody's passionate, everybody loving what they do apparently. People are passionate about photography with their phone, people passionate about their photography from their camera point and shoot, from their normal digital SLR, from their like even for the Polaroid, the instant camera, you take a shot, you make artistic shot, you 10 minutes later you have amazing shot. So people are passionate. So let's put the passionate on the side. Let's put professionalism on the side. And as a creator, as somebody doing great cameras, wanted to put something out there different. This is when I talk to these people, not the ambassadors. Ambassadors just try it, they give feedback and they call it a day and they don't care. We want people to care about the business. And this is when, for example, like amazing company like Leica, for example, I highly praise it because I love it, and you can see I'm filming with it myself with this video, and the image quality, everything is amazing. And there's a lot of people not talking about a lot of things, for example, specifically this line. That's why I'm really focusing on it, you know, but I will get to this later. But so, for example, I get these people are into their photography, and then I say like, okay, and believe me, they're not going to make it complicated. They're not going to ask for 20 buttons in a screen. They're not going to say we want Wi-Fi and GPS and you put a SIM card inside. They're not going to ask for all these things. They're going to say we are like, let's go two people, two different genres, wedding photographers and fashion. Let's go with weddings. Weddings, they say like, we want autofocus, we would love the low light performance, we want something to give us reliability for the camera. We want for example, if there is like a flashes, what can we do? All these things, very minor things. We want, for example, 2 cards for the backup system. I don't want to go to this area because there was a mess out of different brands, which I don't want to mention any brands in my videos, but will be one day I will mention everything, because you know, to be honest with everybody, I'm a photographer, tried all the brands and all the cameras, from film generation, all the brands, all the way to digital generation, all brands, and that's when I stopped using a lot of cameras, and I end up on this camera because I love it so much. I will elaborate on this in another video. So you can see people are asking for like small things, not a lot. The battery life, maybe make it better. For example, the menu, we would like it a bit more simple, easy to use, because we want to shoot, you know. Maybe the autofocus system, we need a bit faster or more options. So you can see very minor things. You actually can fix it maybe with software, to be honest, or upgrade it. So you can see that these things are not really that important to make a different camera. So all I'm saying that, listen to these people, you will be happy. For example, fashion photographers. Fashion photographers, what do you need? It's like, we would love dynamic range, image quality, and we would like to have like a bit of flexibility if we're doing action moves or whatever for the camera to get the shot. So you can see people are not complicated the way normal people want their perfect camera. And you know, we all know that we will never have a perfect camera, or it will never be a perfect camera out there anyway. But because I'm honest, right? And I have to be honest. I cannot say this is the brand is perfect, you know, don't look anywhere else. All I can say, this is the best one in the market because it gives you exactly everything you need. As a photographer, you have everything you need. And believe me, if you are a photographer, you don't need much. Let's put it this way. The people are whining and complaining. They need so much. These people they're not even photographers. They're just doing it part-time, or they try to make a professional thing out of it, and then they end up selling their gear, which I see a lot of videos doing these things, and eBay is full of that. And you can see, and then they go somewhere else, or they switch from one brand to another. It's like a yo-yo thing, you know? Because I'm sure professional photographers, they know that they don't switch a lot. They know what they want, and they don't care about what other people think. And this is when when amazing camera companies, they shouldn't listen to all these whiny people, because all these people want a button here and button here, and they want this here and this here, and why this is empty and why this is full. So speaking of ambassadors, you can see, I think the best way is to speak with professional people, and then see how you roll the dice. But don't listen, for example, to a lot of people that they are not really into the field much, especially the ambassadors. They are not doing everything. You will never have an ambassador doing 6-7 photography things. Well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I do few, and I'm good at few. Everybody have to give themselves a credit of what they do, right? So, but you're not gonna find 10 people, 10 genres in one photographer, right? I mean, you can find in me maybe what you need from photography perspective, right? I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not for example, I'm not an animal shooter. I'm not I don't shoot birds and trees. So you can see that, but I can tell you, I can do events, I can do portrait, I can do street, I can do especially fashion, I can do people, and I can do a little bit here and there in between. So I have enough field to cover to say that this is what's really there. I can do sometimes sport and action, which is amazing. For example, when sport, So there's a lot of these ambassadors, they don't do these things, for example. So this is what I wanted to say, that for normal people working for ambassadors and their work, these people are trying to make it so wow, so they can sell you something. So all I wanted to say, that try to look for legit people that they speak from the heart more. They are not like making a huge production, because sometimes a lot of companies making a big production and they scares people because it looks so high end that you cannot afford it. It's like a super amazing, super expensive handmade car. And you look at it, it's like, damn it, this is millions. And sometimes it's not really millions. It's like in a thousands range. Okay, it's too many thousands, but you can see it's not like the million part we're talking about. So that's what I wanted to say. All I wanted to say, that these people sometimes, when they're also talking about, equipments, when they have all these things, I also look at them. I say like, God damn it, this person have like all these amazing cameras. I don't think they can afford it much, to be honest, because, for example, like I saw the other guy have like the medium format from Leica. They have the S, they have the CL, they have the M, they have the Q. The guy have it all. So I don't think they bought it all, to be honest. I know the company provide them to make work and show it and do this, but this is the sad part. These people are not doing the job well. They're just making a pre-production and they post like maybe every 2 or 3 days just to show they're active and hey, I'm ambassador. And this is the thing. They're not answering messages. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. And it's pissing me off, because you are a face of a company that I'm a part of in a way, not like in the same position, but I'm owning the same camera that it's been given to you for free, for example, and I bought it with my own money, and I'm doing a bit better job than you. So it's supposed to be your job. These people are supposed to come to you, not to me. But I'm happy to help. That's why I made these things, because I wanted to prove a point that not every single ambassador is kind of doing the right job. So when I make this point, I think the company need to do a strategy about how they looking at their ambassadors. Little ambassadors is better than too many. Really, to be honest, you don't need a lot, like 5. And it's like, my God, what? 5 worldwide? Yes, you need 5. Because these people hardly gonna find them anyway. Whoever put Google ambassador X brand? Nobody. You know what I mean? But you want these because if the company narrow their ambassadors and their amazing free gears to these people, and they invest their time into projects together, helping these ambassadors flying around, talking about their behalf, making events, making nice galleries, hiring models and shooting fashion, and to show the people that look at our product, this is what can we do. Help them out with advertising, pay them for their work. I mean, advertise it for their website and stuff like that. You're gonna see a lot of people are looking at the companies in a different way, because they are doing something different. Not like, okay, here is like 20 flashes, rock and roll, And people say like, my God, this guy used 20 flashes on set. Amazing work, but I'm not gonna buy 20 flashes, obvious. So we want something to make sense. We're living in a world that everything have to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, we know it's baloney. So, and some people now ask me to be ambassador, to be honest, after my Q&A and about the SL, not about the ambassador video. So like, why didn't you apply for ambassador? I said like, listen, first of all, I'm not trying to do anything in this video like hints, because I know I'm an open-minded person and I get it, I'm not trying to make videos for me to apply for a position or whatever. I'm always open for options, for collaborations with companies and stuff like that, especially my circle is very tight, because I'm very picky with what I do and who I deal with and all these things. But at the same time, I look at these people, it's like, I don't want to be like these ambassadors. Like, even though this company is amazing, for example, like, it's nice to have all the nice cameras and they provide it to you and you make work with it but I don't want to be like all of them. All of them do look the same Instagram, the same positions, the same vibe, the same feel. Nobody is different. You want people with characters, with flavors, and nobody is different than the other people. So I don't want to be +1, I want to be just me, not like alone, but I wanted to stand out. I wanted to be individual. When you go to a restaurant, the chicken is not like the steak, So, but when a chicken is making it like in a Chinese way, and there's a chicken in an Indian way, okay, the restaurant is only selling chicken basically. So you can see it's the same chicken, different flavors. I don't want to be the same person. I want to be the steak, I want to be the filet mignon. no problem. The whole genre about, like, you know, the chicken thing, and so the chicken is also good. Don't get me wrong, but this is a flavor. This is a flavor. All I'm gonna say that you need, you know, options with different people and different vibe and different feeling about what they do. Not everybody is the same, and this is what I see, sadly, and this is what I'm trying to change. You know, some people say, like, okay, you're doing great videos, I don't think the company need to make you like an ambassador, for example. It's like, okay, but it's gonna be like to a certain videos. Maybe I'm gonna do one or another or two, and that's it. Because first of all, I don't have all the cameras, and I don't know much about everything. If I say I know everything, I'm lying. You know, so you can see, honesty is it's very important. So what I'm gonna say that I'm making things helpful to other people that they know about, because to be honest, people see me with this camera, especially. It's a piece of art camera, you know. It's made in Germany, it's handcrafted, very unique, very artistic. You can see some of the cameras, they took the label off because they are passionate about, they want you to be passionate and be discreet, and if you do these things, we are covering your back. They're thinking so much into the photo, like they put their shoes in a photographer, and they know how it feels. Of course, they didn't listen to this from their ambassadors, that's for sure. But I can tell you, like one day I'm gonna visit Germany. Well, I mean, I've been in Germany, but I'm gonna visit Leica in Germany, the headquarters. I have so much great ideas what to do with their camera and line up and make some videos. Like, I have a really great idea. Even when I go there, I just already have what to do. I can tell them I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna do the setups for me. I'm sure they're gonna say it because they're very nice people anyway, and they know probably like my quality of person. Who am I? So I think it's gonna be super cool. So I'm gonna leave that on my trip to Germany someday, to that, but I need to visit there. I would love to meet the production managers and stuff like that. You can see there is a lot of people like passionate about these things, and people there are been for ages. So basically they are dedicated for it. There is not like an employee, one come and one go. So this is when I see this company, like, I like it a lot, and that's what I'm trying to show people, that when they see this camera, especially the SL, you know, it's like, wow, what is this? What is that? I make my videos out of it. You can see I have the 24-290. And speaking of ambassadors, it's so sad that this guy, I don't think is ambassador, but they own I think he's one of the employees of this camera company, and they are like the Leica dealers there. I wanted to tell you a small thing. He was doing the unboxing for the CL. It was so miserable, very miserable to watch. And I think someone said skip to 9 minutes till you get the unboxing. And I think everybody knows who are they, especially with the lamp. There is no lamp inside. I don't want to say names again, no brands. So all I wanted to say that it was very painful watching him unboxing, and the information was bad. The whole explanation was bad. It wasn't appealing. And what pissed me off, I saw a guy, well, I read the comment guy. He said, I have $3,000 to buy this camera, but I'm not convinced. I said, God damn it. People think I own the company now, or I'm getting percent. You can see there's no links around, there's nothing, right? So everybody can relax. I'm not making any, but when you see something wrong like this, the guy is willing to spend $3,000 on the body, and you want to buy the lens, and he may buy something else. You can see these people are not doing the job right, and that's what pissed me off. You can see there is a potential client want to buy Leica, and he's not convinced because of these people are doing a bad job. So this is what I'm trying to say. And I was doing just out of passion job video, talking about my SL in a very like direct, informative way, and people buying it. And you can see all the comments and all these things. So you can see that all I wanted to say is there is people, are official people in the area, they are not doing their job right. And there is people, you know, love to do things, and you know, some way or another it's not working for them. So I say for these people, like, I mean, like YouTubers and reviewers and all these people, because they're trying and it's not working, and these people are official and they're giving bad information. And you know, to be honest, also ambassadors have to be honest, because ambassadors are not honest. You know, in my previous video I already said that there is a guy saw me with the SL, and he didn't actually shift, I'm sorry. I apologize. He bought additional one, and he still, I see in Instagram and Facebook and everything, he's still, I said, I'm ambassador of this camera brand, and he said, like, you have the SL, they have the Leica SL, and you're shooting with it, and you're posting your product with it, because he's saying, what is it? So I mean, I'm a company trusting you 100%, and I give you my product, and I give you all my equipment, and it's very expensive, and people, like, you know, envy you for your position, and but it's like you're treating me, and this is not good. So you can see there is people are not really honest about their position, because sometimes they go to a different direction for a fast and safe move, so they can actually get the job done, because they know they are not believing in their product 100%. You know, I don't want to make this really bad, but do you think a photographer, I will give him a fashion photographer or a wedding photographer, if I give him the MD camera, he will be very confident to shoot with it the whole wedding? That will be, I don't want to say more. And if people don't know what's the MD Leica camera, I made a video about it. It's an amazing camera. It's actually taking you back to the film generation and vibe and feel. It's all about, there's no screen at all. All you have is memory card, and you have a viewfinder. You know, it's a rangefinder actually, so you can look through the viewfinder. You have your manual focus, and that's very much about it. You're gonna give this a wedding photographer to shoot the whole wedding. Do you think he's gonna make it? So you can see these people say, like, okay, I'm an ambassador of this company. Well, I mean, I'm trying to make like a statement of what this ambassador, what he did. Like, for example, okay, I cannot do the job with this camera. I'm gonna take this camera. Okay, I'll go back. You know, that's what's happened. This guy is doing ambassador for X brand, and then I saw him with another brand, which is the Leica SL, which I can say about it because I own the brand, and I mean, I own the camera and I own the brand. So don't worry, I will say all the brands in one video, because I will say about all the brands I use and all the brands I don't like, and I compare it with other brands, and I will compare it with this Leica SL. So don't worry, I will put all the brands out there in one video so everybody will be happy. But I had a rule that not to mention any brands beside my Leica SL or my other Leicas. To be honest, I don't have more, but just to show you that that I mean what I say, and I guarantee when I give information about this camera, for example, it's very guaranteed. You can look at this camera. Like, for example, this guy about the CL. If this guy know more information about the CL, I'm sure he will buy it. But I messaged him, I told him, you know what, if you need any information, please let me know, because I know a lot about the whole brands and the cameras, and especially the CL. I can help you out. Because, you know, it's the CL and the SL, it's like brothers. For example, I'm shooting on the 24-90. This 24-90, you can take it natively and you can put it on the CL without any adapter, without anything. Vice versa, you can take also the CL lenses and you can attach it to the SL, which will make it more smaller and compact. So there is a lot of possibilities, and these people are not listening, and they're not knowing these people, and they're not giving a few examples of what to do. And this is the job of the ambassadors, to say these things. And it's sad, you know. The other day I was watching some of the guys at the Leica store. They're doing unboxing for another cameras, and it's so funny. I never saw these things in the store. Now I see it happen, maybe because they watch some of the videos. I'm not trying to be like a snob, but it's so funny that you do something, and I'm happy because I'm the original and I'm the master in this area, because I didn't see it before, and now I saw it, especially on Facebook groups. I said, like, I did this before. I never saw this thing happening before, because, you know, people, when they talk and they see videos, and again, you don't need thousands and millions to see it. You need few good amount of people to see, because these people are the real deal, the legit people, the money people, the potential customers, the real buyers, the real sellers. So you can see that's pretty much about it. That's all I wanted to say, really. I love my job. I love everything I do. Ambassador, it's a nice, you know, it's not like I'm applying for anything, but it's a nice position. But for me, if I want to take ambassador like a position, for example, or if I've been offered, of course, I will discuss the thing, because I really don't want to be +1 in the company, or I would like to, you know, and see if it will work with us. I don't want to be like, you know, this kind of, oh, Ramsey Spencer is ambassador, he's going to be one of them. No. First of all, I will be super honest. I will say what I use and what I have to the company. Also, I will tell them, hey, what's up? I have like SL and I have XXXX. I have like another 5 cameras. Let's put it this way. You know what I mean? How can we work together? This is my work, and this what can I do? And I know your product is amazing, and I know I can do things with it. You know what I mean? I don't see people, I said it the other day, and I was in another wedding. I was in a wedding the other day with my Leica. People like freaked out. It's like, this camera, you buy it for weddings, man. It's like, why not? I like to give quality. One guy, I will mention this in my Q&A videos for the SL. He was hilarious. I will mention what he said actually. Anyway, I don't want to mix topics, but this is the ambassador thing. You know what I mean? So when you go to a wedding with your Leica, it's like people like, this guy. Even when I was doing photo shoots with models like, man, you have expensive camera. Again, it's not about the expensive, but it's about your uniqueness, because they are used to, and you're used to all the time when they go to photographers. So, I'm the rare photographer they meet, and I shoot them with this camera. You can see it's amazing video quality. So, not a lot of people talking about, like, people want to jump to the video quality, because you can see there's a crop here and crop here. I didn't crop it, by the way. It's like the cinematic 4K mode from this camera, 35mm mode, super cinematic mode. So, and I'm shooting this amazing lens, which is the 24-90. So imagine I putting different lens, like the M adapter with the M lens, with this quality, the semi-chrome or the semi-lux, or you can go nuts, So people don't talk about these things, It's not really my job to say these things, but all I wanted to say that ambassadors, if you're watching this video, hopefully do a good job and try to stand out, because sometimes I like to see what you guys do with this product that I own also, and I don't see you doing much. You guys doing all the same. Everybody's doing the same. And message to the company, not just to Leica, to all the brands, pick your ambassadors right, because other people are talking about it in a weird way, that these people having a massive, large amount of equipment that they cannot afford, and they're looking at their production level, and they don't see it that wow, because at the end they cannot afford to have all the equipment that they have. So try to have a strategy to narrow it down. All these companies, if they want to like really stand out their game, especially with their products via their ambassadors, all I wanted to say that just have a strategy about their ambassadors and how they are working with your products. And you can see other people are doing maybe different point of view of your products, that it's attracting people because they're speaking the same level. Events is always good, galleries is always good, interacting with people is always good, making an effort to meet other people and making a group meeting, maybe, I don't know, making a campaignish, doing anything. These companies are capable of doing a lot. They have nice headquarters. I'm not just picking of one company, I'm just generalizing things. So because you can see I'm honest and I don't making favors to anybody or kissing asses, I'm a logical person, I'm straightforward to the point, and I don't like left and right stuff. So you can see that if I have something in my mind, I say it, but at the end you can see I'm legit, because you're like, when you believe what I say, that's mean I'm saying it in a truth way, in a very hearted, like out of my heart, right? But when you feel you don't believe me, that means you see maybe I'm sneaky or I'm lying, or there is something, under my sleeve that I don't talk about. But you can see everything is an open situation, open plate. And all I wanted to say that just try to see that the world from your own perspective as a customer, client, as a, and see if you relate to this, if you want to go to this direction of like you want to believe in ambassadors and try to see what they are, especially the one when I message people that they don't answer, which is a shame. Try to go with your guts. And after all, if you're watching this video and you have information, please let me know. I love to help usually. I love to help. I love to make a conversation. I like to talk, and you can see I'm making this channel just all about it. So